Hey guys, we're doing another example of finding surface area using net, specifically triangular solids or prisms. In this case, they're prisms because you can see through them, supposedly. Again, this is just a rendition of a three-dimensional object on a two-dimensional format. So drawing 3D objects on paper. So basically, if you think about it, if we were to take this first example, number 1, and we were to draw a net of this, if you look at the bottom is a rectangle. However, we don't call this a rectangular prism. Even though it's on a rectangle, you would think the base is a rectangular shape. However, if you look at the sides, remember a prism or a solid has two bases. This one has 3 sides, but look at it has this side here, the back side right here, which is a 6 by 16, and then you have this this front face, this face that's facing you at an angle. This one's a 10 by 16. Those are basically the sides, if you will. This piece right here, the 6 by 8 triangle, is also 6 by 8 here. Those two triangles are the same exact shape. So those two are actually the base. If you look at this bottom one right here, and we'll go to this one here shortly, but this bottom one's a better way of looking at this triangular prism or solid. So this triangular solid is positioned in the right way. It's actually on a triangular base. You've got two bases that have the same exact shape. But on this one, it's not on its base. It's laying on its side. So if we were to actually recreate this, it would look very similar to this. It would have a triangular top or base, if you will. Let's see if I can do it this way. So it would look something similar to this. Something similar to that, where this would be upright. So let's draw a net. So we could do it this way. Let's do the bottom part here is an 8 by 16. So 8 by 16. And you don't have to be a perfect drawer of what this looks like. As long as you have a rectangular shape, we're fine. So this is an 8 centimeter by 16 centimeter. So that's the bottom piece right here. And then you've got the slanted part, which is 10 by 16, and so this would obviously be a little bit wider than this, and it's connected. They're all connected to each other. So this is going to be a 10 centimeter by 16 as well. And if you want to write it down here, you can. And then you got this back piece, which is a 6 centimeters by 16. So this is a 6 by 16. We could put that over here. It's going to be a little bit smaller than the 8, not as wide. And this is 6 centimeter. And this is also 16. Some people just write down once, and that would go to show that it's for all of these. So it's 16 centimeters wide for each one. And then the only thing that we're missing is the base, the triangular base. So this is a 6 by 8. So it's 8 in terms of the length of the base. The height is 6. So the 6 is going to go up here like this. Like that. So this is a 6 by 8. And then down here as well. This is also 8 and this is 6. So that's going to be kind of the net diagram of what that's going to look like. If you remember, the area of a triangle is base times height, right? Which is in this case 6 divided by 2. So 48 divided by 2 is 24. So this is going to be 24 centimeters squared, just for one of the triangles, one of the triangular bases. So if that's 24, you know the other one's going to be 24 as well. So this also has to be 24. Do this in a different color. 24 centimeters squared. This one's a 16 by 6. So that's going to be 96. You multiply them together, 96 centimeters squared. You don't have another one just like it, so that's it. This bottom part, which we thought was the base, or some people think it's the base, it's not. It's on the bottom. It's 8 by 16. So 8 times 16 is 128 centimeters squared. And then this one's a 10 by 16. This 10 by 16, which was the part that slanted, is 160 centimeters squared. Once you find the areas of each face of this prism, you're going to add them all up. So we take the two 24s, which are 48 in total, the 96, 128, 160. So we add them all up. So this is 14 plus 8 is 22. 2 plus 4 is 6. 6 plus 9 is 15. 15 plus 2 is 17. 17 plus 6 is 23. 2 plus 1 is 4. So 432 centimeters squared is going to be your total surface area for this triangular prism. Okay, so for number 2, the only difference here is we've got some fractions. So you've got some options. You can leave as a fraction, and then we can do the same thing up here as we do for this one down here, or you can change them to a decimal. I would encourage you to change it to a decimal. 7 3/10 is 7.3. Okay, 5 1/2 is 5.5. That might make life a little bit easier. Okay, and then you got 3 here. So same thing here. So the base, it's triangular prism again. So we can draw that like this. Okay. This is 5.5. This is 3. You see the 7.3? That'll go right here. Okay. And then the 7.3, if you look, the back part of this is 7.3 by the height. The height on this one is, oh, I didn't do the height on this one, did I? I believe it's also 3. Let me double check. I want to say it's also 3. Oh, my bad, 2.5. That's close. The height on this one's 2.5. 2.5 centimeters. Okay. So, you've got this piece here. So this is a 7.3 times 2.5. Okay. And you've got this piece here. This is 5 1/2 by 2.5. So this is going to go right here. So you got this rectangle here. So you've got the back part. Let's see, you got the base, right? 5 1/2 by 3. The back part is 7.3 times 2.5. This part right here, which was 5.5 times 2.5, because that's the height, 2.5. Then you've got this part here, which is 3 by 2.5. Right? And then we're just missing one more triangular piece, which is going to be either I think the top. And that can either go here. We can put that right here. But it's going to be the same shape as this one here. So this is 5 by 5 by 3. 5 by 5 by 3. Let me see if I can zoom that in. And it's a little bit harder to do it this way. I could have done it this way. We could have actually just done it. I could have drawn the this part first here and then just expand out. But this is another net. Maybe not as a great one, but if you were to actually cut this out, if you will, measure it, cut it out, you would create one like I did for the other video. So let's look at the area. So 2.5 times 7.3 And I'm going to use a calculator on this one just because of time. I notice my time is running quick. So 7.3 times 2.5 is going to be 18.25 centimeters squared. And that's for that back part that we were talking about. That's for this right here. For 3 times 2.5, for this piece right here, 3 times 2.5 is going to be 7.5 centimeters squared. This, we're going to do the triangles last. This part here, this 5.5 by 3, 5.5 by 3 is going to be 16.5. Wait. 5.5 times, I'm wrong. 5.5 times 2.5, my bad. 5.5 times 2.5. So that's going to be 13.75. And then last, you've got these triangular bases. So 5.5 times 3 divided by 2. Because remember, a triangle is base times height divided by 2. So 5.5 times 3 divided by 2 equals 8.25. So if this is 8.25, you know the top's also going to be 8.25. Got the same shape. So what you do now is you add them all together. So 18.25 plus 8.25 plus 13.75 plus 8.25 plus, and then 7.5. 56. So the total is 56 centimeters squared. That's going to be your total surface area. And that's it. Sorry for all the noises. I have 4 kids, and it's the way it goes. Sometimes you get those noises, get planes, and I had a siren in another video somewhere. So, anyways, hopefully that helps. Creating a net diagram is important. You don't have to. If you can do this mentally and just multiply your dimensions together and then just add them as you go, you can do it that way. So hopefully that helps. I'll catch you guys in the next video or in Zoom. If you have any questions, let me know, email me, and I'll talk to you later. God bless. Bye-bye.